now.
And new at 6 after changes to the state's no-fault auto law. Most Michigan drivers could be getting a $400 refund next year.
Yeah, it's good news, means more money in your pocket, but for some, the focus is now shifting to who isn't getting that money.
In the excitement of, gee, I'm going to get this check, when they find out why they're going to get that check, I think they'd really be concerned about it.
After Michigan switched up insurance laws in 2019, no longer requiring drivers to pay into no-fault auto clauses, now those same drivers are getting some cash back from the Michigan Catastrophic Claims Association. The MCCA ended June with a $5 billion surplus. So if you had a car registered to your name as of October 2021, there's a $400 check coming your way in the second quarter of 2022. But Nick Andrews, an attorney who represents survivors of catastrophic car accidents, says that money was meant for them, not necessarily for us.
Brain injury survivors, burn survivors, spinal cord injuries, generally quadriplegic injury survivors. This is a payment out of a promised fund of money that was supposed to be set aside for accident injury survivors.
Money from the NCCA pot is meant to be distributed to insurers when a single driver's claims exceed $600,000. It currently covers around 18,000 catastrophic crash survivors, and now news that the fund will be depleted, coupled with the changes to Michigan's no-fault auto laws, is leaving survivors wondering when they'll be made the priority. Andrews tells us the story of Alva, one of his clients, a quadriplegic, left with just $6.87 an hour for care, needing round-the-clock care. Alva's insurance now only covers a few hours of it.
Those funds should be available for her to hire the care providers that she needs. So when we think about getting this $400 paycheck, we're getting it because Alva isn't getting the payment for care providers that she needs.
In a statement to Fox 17 today, the Michigan Brain Injury Provider Council said of the refunds, quote, "This is a distraction from the catastrophic care crisis that has ripped care away from seriously injured survivors. We've seen young men and women forced into nursing homes. We've seen young children providing intimate care for their injured parents. We've seen over 1,500 healthcare heroes lose their jobs," unquote. For their part, the governor's office said this of the refunds, quote, "Michiganders have paid into the catastrophic care fund for decades, and I'm pleased that the MCCA developed this plan so quickly after unanimously approving my request to return surplus funds to the pockets of Michiganders. We are working to put Michigan drivers first," unquote. As of right now, the MCCA still holds around $26 billion meant to reimburse insurers for care. Andrews thinks that every penny should be going to the victims.
We have to really consider who's getting paid these funds and who these funds were originally promised for.
And Andrew says there are a few things that can be done to get MCCA funds more easily into the hands of injury survivors. For the easiest route, he says, a legislative fix that would grandfather in all of those 18,000 people to a share of that $26 billion fund.